Should we have a YouTube channel?
Question mark?
Question mark? Let us know. Let us
Let
know.
us know in the comments.
Let us know. Okay, he was approved and accepted.
I'm still here alive.
So, y'all, we got married.
We got married.
We got married March 1st.
Wait, why'd you go over there? Why'd you go over there when I was over here?
Because they closed my eyes. I didn't know you. Okay, this clearly is not going to get released until after everyone knows we're married. But yesterday we made 3 months married, and and I asked Taro, what are things that you've learned 3 months being married?
The first thing I learned a lot is selflessness. Other things growing up or even just being in relationships with people, you know, I've learned, I was developing a sense of being very self-centered, being with this marriage, or even when we've been together, like in just the dating phase or the courting phase. It's more of just like understanding about the other person and the other person, how they feel with their emotions, and catering to that, and not just thinking about how it's going to benefit you or me in this case, but how it's going to benefit us together as a couple. And even with my decision making, like I always now, when I make big decisions or any decision, honestly, she has been a best friend to me that I always have to think twice. I learned a lot about just being very thoughtful of the other person. Don't just look at the camera, just looking at you.
Okay, so yesterday I talked about learning how to let go of things that were once just mine. I lived alone for 2 years before I met you.
Yeah.
And like my bathroom was the way I wanted it, my kitchen was the way I wanted it, my clothes was the way I wanted it, all this stuff. Was I super clean? Probably not. But when you live with someone, and if you're both messy, not saying we're messy, but like we sometimes can just like throw things and be like, I'll deal with it tomorrow. We're both a little like, meh. So when two of us are the same way, things can get destroyed quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of adapt in what it looks like to have a shared household, and not be a B word when I talk about things that are bothersome in the situation. For example, like I'm really picky about how clothes is washed, because I don't want booty juice underwear with,
booty flakes
with my bra or with like stuff that I wear or put over my face to put on, all of that. So I told Tara right away, don't touch the laundry. Like, I'm gonna do that, don't worry about it. But the way I said it wasn't the nicest, because then it just came across that I was telling him he doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, so then, oh wait, it's your turn now.
No, unless you got something else to add on to that.
Yeah, so then that goes into my communication style. Growing up, I figured it out. Like, if something was difficult, it was really hard for me to ask for help or communicate about things that I needed. I brought that into our marriage quickly, but then I also learned quickly that my partner is very giving, and I am grown confident to ask for a lot of help or say, hey babe, can you get me this? It's so funny because even my parents are like, stop asking him to do things, and he looks at me like, don't listen to them, you can ask me. I guess it started happening in our early dating stage that I could communicate my feelings, my hurts, my discomfort, something that, you know, I could side-eye, like.
And it still took time, you know. It's not gonna be like you were just like, okay, you know, first person that gives me attention, okay, I freely give it. No, it took time.
It took me a minute to get comfortable with Taro. Maybe like what, 3 months, 4 maybe. I don't know.
Like we didn't even FaceTime for like 2 weeks.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like
I'm just
being
saying
for
that,
real in conversation.
But that's what I'm saying, that it took us 2 weeks to get to the point of like even face to face type of thing, where it took you a minute to open up.
All to say is, like, the first 2 big things I learned was communication and like adapting. So to even think about 2 instead of 1, y'all, I was only ever thinking about me. I was only ever thinking about going to Target, going to Ulta, going to Sephora, going to get whatever I wanted, and not having to think about a shared expense or like a shared bank account. So even things like that were so new to me. I like to swipe. This is what it is. I like
She's a swiper. I'm a saver.
I like to spend money.
It's being realistic and being very thoughtful of where we can put our money into rather than putting it in pleasures or wants even
food, y'all. When we are thinking about $20 to Chick-fil-A versus $20 to chicken, veggies, rice from the grocery store, we're gonna choose the latter because Chick-fil-A, you're gonna poop it out in 20 minutes versus the other food, you're gonna put that in your fridge and it's gonna last you. So finances is a big thing in our relationship right now, and thank the Lord that He's had His hand over our marriage and has blessed us.
Thank you.
And taken care of us and has put family members to support us in all that we're doing. But finances is big right now because our current expenses right now is our wedding. We're doing well, but if we don't manage our finances correctly, we will be living check to check, and
we don't want to do like that.
That's not what we want to do. We're trying to have practices that generate generational wealth. And sorry, babe, I'd like cut you off.
No, that's why I brought it up. Cause
I'm okay if he says, you know what, babe, like we can't this week, but next week you can get that, or in a couple of days you can get that. Let's make this payment first. So, yeah.
I'm like raw with her, and it's like to the point where, you know, I tell her that, hey, I can't do it this time, and that's why I love her. For example, is that
I'm your only example.
I mean, I know, but I'm saying, for example, the following is that she is okay when I tell her no. And I tell her
maybe
why.
I grew up with a lot of no's. So to get a no, I'm like, okay.
But at the same time,
you're very gentle in how you tell me anything.
Yes, most definitely. So without God and without Him saving me from those dark times in my life of being very quiet in the background for so long,
I feel like people just didn't want to hear you.
And
or like deal with what you were going through.
Yeah, because at the time I felt like before God came into my life, I feel like I was complaining a lot. Man, when am I gonna find somebody? Oh, why am I so single? Why am I doing this? What am I doing?
I also think people expected him to portray himself within toxic masculinity traits. I've always believed and told him even that men are all different. Some feel stronger, some don't feel at all. Some are emotional, some, like I said, don't feel at all. And my babe, is not extremely emotional, but he is emotionally intelligent in the way that he understands, I'm not having a good day, I'm sad, something pissed me off. People that he was surrounded by took it as, you're being a PUSSY, suck it up. And that sort of forced you to just shut up and take it.
But my communication has dramatically improved. Dramatically. Especially with family.
Still talk about behaviors that are inappropriate now that you're an adult, but understand, like, this is the best that they could have given me, and be thankful for that. Don't limit how you conversate with your parents, because as an adult, those conversations are adult to adult, not child to parent.
You're married, then you become one with your wife, and you guys are together.
And then you got to support your partner, one another, and your parents become your extended family.
Right.
That's something that's like something I'm still learning, because I'm a parent girl. Both my parents I love deeply. They both love me deeply. I'm still learning how to create that division. I think they're better at creating it than me, because like I'll call my mom, hey mom, what you doing? Like literally every single day. And then, so whatever. Point is like, that's something I'm still working on, and I know that it's very evident that that's something I need to work on. So yeah, we're learning. Gotta go where I go, because I already have mine right here. Third was priorities. I needed to stop putting... Okay, this is going to sound bad. I need to stop putting him first because I was falling back into the same cycle of idolizing my partner and putting him on a pedestal. Taro is a great man. I am blessed by the Almighty God himself with him. Okay?
It's not me.
But I was noticing, and I haven't talked to you about it, but I was noticing that I was praising what the Lord gave me instead of praising the Lord himself. So I have learned to get my priorities correct, being that my relationship with the Lord should be greater than my relationship with Taro, so that I can be a good wife to Taro. That's my last one. Yeah, I'm done talking.
That's what you think. No.
I just literally said about how good you are. You want to come like that?
You know I love you. No.
Shut up. I'm just playing, babe.
Yeah. The last thing I would say that really popped in my head as soon as she said priorities is sacrifices. And when it comes to, you know, in a marriage, in a relationship, in the courting phase. And, you know, just a testament of when we first met, you know, I went to church. You know, I gave the Lord, you know, his respects, served that day. And, you know, it's like, hey, what do you think about seeing each other today for the first time?
Oh, yeah, y'all. He came down the same day, left the same day.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is going to be bad to like do a comparison. But to put things into perspective, the prior person would trip about 40 minutes. So when my man here was coming down 4 hours, driving back 4 hours the same night because homie was not about to sleep over at my apartment.
Yep, not.
He did it. No. And he wasn't like, so you're going to pay my gas? Okay, sorry, baby.
These are going to be sacrificial, you know,
sir.
And realizing that it's like how when we come to God as believers that we got to deny ourselves, take up our cross and follow him. So I feel like that also comes into a marriage too, because when you're married, it's God, your spouse, and then yourself. Priorities shifted and I understood what it meant to be sacrificial, even when it comes to family.
To talk about sacrifices, a big thing in our marriage is setting boundaries.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
And those boundaries will feel like a sacrifice. It's going to hurt when you do put the boundary because it's going to shock the person like, wait, they're doing what? They said what to me? And it's like, when you're in a marriage, you do things to defend your spouse, to protect your family, because now you're your own union.
Right.
So you don't have to report to your parents or to my parents. We report to one another. We protect one another. We support one another. So I would think that my family, your family, may in the future not agree with some of our decisions. Right. But like, I mean, we're married. Care. Because people were trying to create as evil or bad or negative. At the end of the day, when someone is serving the Lord, all things come out to his good and his greatness. And that's what we saw even in the uncomfortable sacrifices we both have had to make with our family.
Yeah. And that's what I noticed, that when we had those tough times early in our marriage, we're talking about like month one.
Month one, people were already throwing rocks at us.
That's what
people are hating on your marriage that early. You have so much power to come. And that's what I believe as a believer. Our unity as a marriage is so strong that your own blood is going to be like, ew, what? Why are they together? All this little gossip, all this little chirp everywhere happening. Like, that's something I really love about us. We could give two craps about what other people got to say. Yeah. Because those people are miserable and single. So, like...
I mean, Alex, so final thoughts. Give me your hand. Thank you.
Swirl.
Yeah, I'm the chocolate, if you didn't know.
Vanilla. Together.
We're a swirl.
We're swirl.
So, just the final thoughts is, in these 3 months, it's never been more special, more peaceful, more amazing, with full of experiences. For the future engaged, single, courting couples out there, it's worth it. Just keep God in the middle, which is the most important relationship you should have in your life, and things are gonna happen.
I feel like being married has unlocked levels of myself I don't even understand. Our marriage to be helpful to other young married people.
Yes.
We're gonna keep it real. We are Christian, and with that, life is not easy.
Right.
We are not perfect, and we're learning what it is to be a young married Christian couple. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Well, this is our family, y'all. We'll keep you updated.
It's a family of 2.
3, baby. We got the Lord.
Oh,
4 with Milo.
With Milo and the Lord, yes. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we'll see how much this channel, these videos will be about.
Episode 1.
But this is episode 1.
Or episode 0
and
and then
3 months
1.
married. Ooh, why were your lips sticky?